Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another District Gooner Pod. It's your two favorite DC Gooners.
Howdy, it's your boy Steven and KP back on the mic. We're not in the lab today, but we're cooking separately. We're cooking up a good one for you. It's what is today? Is it Hump Day?
Hump Day.
Better than last week, I'll tell you that much. It is better than last week. How we doing, KP?
Good, dude. The weather's been fucking incredible, man.
Say more.
Right in that 65 to 75 zone. No humidity zone, dude. Oof, the bike rides have been just coasting, man. Everything's good, dude. Had a great weekend. I've been catching up on a lot of stuff on HBO, dude. I watched Furiosa over the weekend.
Ooh, nice.
Have you seen it?
I have not. I'm waiting on it though. How was it?
I enjoyed it. It's cool. It's cinematography, you know? So it's fun. But also my favorite show has just come back with season 3, dude. Industry on HBO. It's so good, man. And things are heating up, dude. Let me just say also welcome to anyone who's tuning in for the first time.
DGP back at it again.
So before we start season 2, man, obviously we're going to chat about the game. We'll have some transfer updates for everyone, and then we'll look ahead to the weekend and round out what happened last weekend. But first, I got a little surprise for you, dude.
Ooh, okay.
If you look under the bed where you are, there should be a bag. And
ain't no way.
an Adidas bag, dude.
Ain't no way we on live right now. No fucking way.
Look for that,
this
dude.
What's going on here? Yo, this is funny. No way, bro. Wow.
What do you think, dude?
That's hype. And for the audience out there, I got myself an away kit. The black one looking nice, looking fresh. Keon got me a kit. Man, it's probably what? It was the marble kit a couple years ago.
Marble kit, dude.
Yeah, the away kit. The marble one at the time, which was hot. Not a great season, but hopefully it's the flip. We don't like this one as much, but it's going to be a hot season.
Let's go,
Thanks,
dude. Yeah, man. I was at the store over the weekend, and I thought we're going to kick off season 2, and obviously it's just been a fun time podcasting together, and I thought this would be a fun little gift for you to surprise you. Personally, I at first I wasn't like vibing with the new kit, the black and the red and the green, remember? But I saw it in store, in person, dude, and I was like, you're coming home with me. Like, I bought one for myself, dude, so it was like, let's do it, man. I'm glad you like it, and there's a gift receipt, so if you want to change it, feel free to do so, dude. I don't like the home kits this year, bro.
With the blue trim?
I'm not really vibing with the blue trim. Yeah, it's not giving me. It's not like projecting out into an aura for me. I did like the goalie kit over the weekend.
That was nice. He looked good in that. I think it was the same as the German national team. I think there's a photo with Neuer with like the same type of kit on. It did look nice. I like this black one a lot. I know I had said that before, and you were like, I don't know. I like it. It's clean.
Yeah, that's exciting, man. All right, well, wow. Let's chat about the weekend, man. The weekend's action. Obviously, we are recording on a Wednesday, so hope everyone's had a good week, and you're going into the weekend strong. The Arsenal got the job done, 2-0. King Kai, dude, goal and assist, as predicted. On the pod by my co-host, dude. Saka, goal and assist. I mean, for a season opener, what more do you want, dude?
What more do you want? I mean, it was different about this one, at least for me. I'd like to know your perspective. But I remember last season being like kind of nervous going into the season. I don't have the same feeling now. I know the stakes are like the same as last season, I would say, right? I think we're trying to achieve the same goal. But I feel a lot more sure in the team. Like, I just feel more confident, more solid in what we have, what I know we have. Last year, we're throwing out Kai in the midfield. Timber started. It was just a lot different. But I felt really good going into this game and, like, job done, basically.
Yeah, dude. I totally hear what you're saying, because my biggest takeaway after that game was that like around the 20th minute or so, dude, I started to get a little, I started to check my feelings and just my own vibes, right? So I was like, oh man, like just goals just not happening right now. The first 10, we weren't like really coming out that much as we're kind of used to. King Kai was super quiet in the beginning, and but then I just thought, we are so fine. I think the message for me is we're so fine, dude. Right around that 20 minutes, like, we're so fine. We're gonna score. We are scoring. Like, I had just never doubted that, dude. And what a goal, dude. What a goal.
Walk me through it.
Saka got the ball out wide, right? Whipped it in. Instead of an Odegaard tap in, it was a little cross.
That's
and to be fair, dude, he did not tap that in. He smashed that header.
That was it. And you were calling exactly what I said. I thought it would be a tap in, Odegaard to Kai tap in for the first goal, but Saka to Kai. And yeah, he got his head on that. It's all about the ball, right? I mean, what a ball by him. But I mean, Kai, he's doing what he's doing. Already one down. Said you said you last episode, let's get him 20 this season. So off on a hot start, bro.
Off on a hot start, dude. And it's so funny. I was actually really surprised by the number of pundits over the weekend that were still sticking to their guns that Arsenal need a striker. That the striker talking point still being out there is kind of weird to me, man. I don't fully get it.
I mean, there's like one perspective. I think that's like, if you get a killer up there, like we might shut it down this season, have it on lock. But how many killers are there really out there? Like how many Haalands, Mbappe's, Lewandowski's, right? Like that's a select number of people. Who's to say Kai can't be that in that second tier of striker? I think he showed it second half of last season, his Chelsea days. I think that's what people are thinking of. We don't think that, and I know you don't.
Honestly, I texted my friend who's a Chelsea fan, and I told him that it's crazy they try to convince you that King Kai wasn't a baller, dude. Like, that's on your club, dude. That's on your fans. Because what I'm looking at, the last 16 times he's played in an Arsenal shirt, dude. Arsenal versus Wolves, 2-0. He had what? Goal and assist. Against Leverkusen, 2 assists, 1 goal. Against Liverpool, he had the only goal. He was the only one who showed up that day, dude. Against Everton, at the end of the season there, scored a goal. Against United, had an assist. And I mean, the list just goes on, dude. He's had 17 goal involvements in the last 14 competitive matches. And you look at those numbers and people are saying oh, Haaland is picking right back up where he left off, right? Well, what's King Kai doing then, bro?
That's facts. I think what it is the flashiness of it. Like, I think when Haaland scores sometimes, he's breaking through, he's just dusting folks. It's this very he's doing it himself approach sometimes. Whereas Kai, it's not like he's ever that flashy with it. He has to get provided the ball. But I think because of his best skill being finding the space, he does that work. It's just not flashy. Like the Thomas Mueller type thing. Scored a ton of goals, what a player. But he's just not flashy like that.
I hear you. I do feel like it's underrated, the bite that he has. People forget that. We've seen it against Newcastle. We've seen it on other occasions too. And this match too. He was in that center back's head, dude, to the point where he choked him.
We'll go straight into that. What do you think? Red card?
That's a red card, dude.
100%. I can't believe that.
What?
I couldn't believe it.
What am I looking at, dude?
You see his head go back into the ground? It's that's done. He directly looks at him in the face. He got him in the sights, locked on, Terminator style, hand to throat, shoved him into the ground. Yeah, red card, easy, done. 10 men on the field. I think it was early in the first half. That's craziness.
Dude, it was so bad that you can see it on his own face when he realizes what he's done. He's oh, I was about to kill this guy. It was pretty intense, dude. And then what? They had that thing against Newcastle? I mean, if you're calling that violent conduct and this define violent conduct to me. And does violent conduct not take into account the violent intent? Because there looked to be a lot of violent intent in what happened.
That's it. I think there is intent there. Like I'm saying, he looked at him. It's he locked onto it. They made eye contact. And I think the excuse is, oh, he's trying to stabilize himself, blah, blah, blah. You know, they're kind of on the ground. Like, no, he like looks at him and like purposely throws his hand on his neck, drops him to the floor. To say that Kai didn't foul him, oh, he fouled him. And like, to me, that was a yellow card what Kai did. But the retaliation, like time and time again, Kai Samiro with a hand on the throat. The Fabian Schär one, like you're talking about, that red card he got last weekend. It's like, I feel like we're talking apples and oranges. Like, this was a sure thing red card. And the one that Schär got, it's like, you know, I personally don't think so.
It's very strange, dude. And the fact that there's just no explanation is super weird. It's super weird. Like, it's still inconsistent going to the referee to the monitor. So they're just picking right back up where they left off, just like King Kai.
Just like King Kai. Before we move on to the soccer goal, I gotta ask you. You said you talked to your friend, Chelsea supporter. What does he say about Kai? Like, what's his take on him?
He really says that he thinks what's his name, Jackson, is better.
Ain't no way.
He's living on another planet. Is that a quote? Dude. He is living on another planet, dude. I'm not gonna pull up receipts, dude. I'm too chill for that, but he's talking crazy.
That doesn't even make any sense. But all right, moving on to the soccer goal, though. I think you had your one to watch. I think you wanted to give him a shout out for the goal.
Dude, TP5, by the way. What a performance. I mean, wasn't the cleanest. Did it have some moments where he could have been more secure? Sure. Did we know he had that in the pocket? Sure. And there was a moment in the game where I think they fouled him like 3 times in a row.
Yes, they did.
They couldn't hang with him, dude. So you're not
him out.
You're not watching, big man. They were putting him down, dude. You're not watching, and he's not getting enough credit for being the trigger for Saka's goal. He's the one who plays the free kick quickly. Yes, it's King Kai who sets it up, and then, you know, on the highlights you maybe just focus on the goal, but you can't discount that kind of experience and mentality that he brings to the team.
I actually agree. I mean, I think Partey got some shtick for what he did. I didn't think it was a bad performance for a guy I know that needs to get minutes into his legs, basically. We know who this guy is, right? He's injury prone. His fitness is never top of the line, I guess the last 2-3 years. We know that. It's like, get him minutes. I'm kind of glad he played him the night. Like, play him the full game. Let him get the minutes in his legs and a comfortable win. And those mistakes he made, it's not a big deal when you got big man and other big man in the back to help. Like, it's cool.
It's cool, dude. Also, when you have David Raya, who one of the biggest things that I struggled with last season was the big save. I just kept looking for the big save, right? And look, at the end of it all, it's a footballing pod, and he was my unsung hero of the season. So opinions can change, right? And the big saves, they arrive, dude. In the 35th minute, I mean, what a reaction save to that header, dude. That's ridiculous.
Huge. I immediately thought of you. What you said last season. I was like, that's the big save. First game. That's the big save. I also thought about that Euro match where the Turkey goalkeeper, like, his reaction as well off that header.
Dude.
Like, I was like, that's a goal. Like, your immediate reaction is goal. And then you see his hand come up, slap it. Incredible stuff, man. Incredible.
Really nice, dude. A player we have to touch on is Zinchenko, because he got the start as we predicted, and he didn't have too much trouble. I did think he was being targeted in the first half, especially. They kept trying that ball over the head. So, I mean, by now, our team should also just know what to expect by now.
I agree. And let me go into when I was saying they got shtick. I think Zinchenko got shtick because that's what he just gets shtick. And so did Partey. So on Reddit, they have like fans can vote for player ratings, right? It's just everybody on there kind of votes. The reason I'm even referencing this, I usually don't. I just kind of breeze past him. But I saw Partey got a 5.5 from the fans, from our fans.
Out of 10?
It's like, Yeah, he got a 5.5, and that is the lowest on the team. I was like, I guess somebody has to place the lowest. I guess that is true. Somebody has to place the lowest. I have my own opinion on that, but it wasn't Partey. I'm just surprised that he got so low. And Zinchenko got a 6.2. Maybe that's fair enough. But it's a clean sheet performance. I thought Zinchenko actually played well, bro. I did. And I've said this before. It's like when you play a lower level team, he's such a great option to have. You don't need the defensive solidity because we're so solid already. Let someone else get into the midfield. And Partey, he doesn't have the legs, man. He just doesn't. So it's cool to have someone next to him. He can't roam. He can't take that full area. He's not Rice. So I like having Zinchenko there to help him out. Just like when Jorginho's there. He needs somebody there. Partey's almost that same level now to me, like Jorginho. He just doesn't have the legs.
He doesn't. And at least right now, from what we've seen. But I don't know. We'll see, man. He'll pull up. I really think he's going to. I don't know why the fan base is feeling that way. I really don't know. It's everyone's heads are turned for a center mid that is just keeps going on and on and on and on. And I'm so over it personally. We'll get into that, but my goodness, dude, can you just enjoy what you have? 5.5. I can think of someone who takes up a lot of space on the left-hand side, really, really near the other team's goal, and maybe that left winger should be considered a 5.5.
So that's your take. That would be your lowest player, rating wise.
Out of everyone who started, yeah, Martinelli was probably the lowest rated player.
I agree, dude. I can't believe
what, dude?
Like the fourth time already. What are we, like 10, 15 minutes in? That's insane.
I mean, what am I looking at, dude? Martinelli, he walks out last. He just keeps walking out last. It's just like the number 10, dude. You're disrespecting some traditions, man, and I don't like it. If you walk out last, I'm expecting a goal contribution, dude. And what? His shot did end up going just wide after they blocked it, right? So, like, I don't know, man. I do really think that he's maybe too focused on the stat sheet himself, and that affects his decision making because I'm just not seeing the goal contributions right now. And I was upset that he started.
I don't think he should have started either. I liked Jesus coming on as a sub for him. We both said Trossard for him to start. We believed he should have started the game. Jesus is probably my second. I just like him on the wing. But Martinelli, bro. And I had a note during the game. I took a few notes just like I wanted to hit a few. If you see something, shout it out. And I'm looking through my phone before this, and I just have a comment that says, Martinelli. I know that's when I wrote it. That's what I was thinking. Like, dude, it's just one of the same situation where he cuts to the line, and the ball just never makes it across. And I want it to happen for him. I really do. The last one when he took the shot, and then Rice was there. I know Rice like smacked the ground. Then his shot got blocked, and it went over. It's like, I just need one of these. Whether it's an assist or a goal, I just need it to happen for you now.
Something has to happen, dude. We'll see. Maybe the Villa game. He did get time on the right-hand side. We kind of teased that, and I'm intrigued by it. If we see him more on the right-hand side, if that's our solution instead of signing another forward, I think I'll live with it because I'm okay seeing him on the other side. I'm okay with Jesus being on the other side. So there's still a lot of options with that rotation. I will say one thing for Martinelli that I don't think he gets enough credit for the number of corners that he earns. He's very, very effective when it comes to that.
He does earn a lot of corners, and that's completely fair. Again, did he have the worst game? I don't think anybody had a terrible game out there. Not at all. But of all the players, I think I wanted to see the most from him. I wanted to see a lot from Zinchenko too, and I thought he showed up and gave a performance. Was it 100%, 10 out of 10? No, but he was solid. He didn't get burned. And he helped out Partey a ton. Like, he was always that option. Martinelli, you want to see the explosiveness. It just didn't happen. Yeah, he earns the corners, and I like that. Obviously, the corners were exciting. Declan Rice was throwing in some nasty balls, no lie. but Martinelli, I just need the job done. I need job done from him.
Yeah, we'll see. So all eyes on Nelly, dude. Maybe the sun will shine on us this weekend. We will see, dude. One thing I wanted to shout out was I had talked about Joe Gomez on Wolves during the summer. as someone who'd grab my eyes during Copa, and I feel like he was on the end of a lot of the wrong side of the highlights. But I mean, Saka, I think, toasted him for the goal, and he got that yellow. Not a great performance from him.
João Gomez, early yellow. I mean, that was kind of all she wrote. This is bad, but to me, Wolves' best player was Mosquera, which is the guy that choked Kai. I thought he had a decent game. Like, he's very energetic at the back. I kept noticing him. Like, he was making plays. Yes, he should have been sent off, but of all the Wolves players, I think I would give him man of the match.
Yeah, Wolves in general, I thought they were good. I know I said that maybe they would be relegated, but after what I saw, I feel like they're pretty organized, and I don't know. I was pretty impressed with their first game of the season performance, and for moments they were really in it, dude. Now it was caused by us, but they were in it.
They definitely had momentum. There was a period in the first half where they kind of had a few moments, obviously with the header, and then in the second half there was that spell they had probably 10 minutes at least. It's like the 60th, I think. They were kind of on top of us for a while, and it was that period where you like are kind of wanting that sub to come on. I think once Timber did come on, that kind of shut it up, really. Like, once Timber came on, things evened out a lot more and momentum swung back our direction. But there was a period Wolves were like, yeah, they were looking good. And I like their manager. I think it's Gary O'Neill. I like that dude. Like, I think they'll be all right.
He seems like a nice guy. Yeah, talk to me more about Timber, dude. One to watch, dude.
I thought he looked pretty decent. He obviously... the one moment he had where he sauces them, right? He hits the Cruyff or whatever, spun out on two players, and then lost the ball 2 seconds later and a bad giveaway. But otherwise, for him to, I think he's been hurt. We both have seen that. He didn't play the last few preseason games. Got the trust. 2-0, or I guess at the time was it 1-0 before he came on?
I don't know. I can check. I can't really recall.
Hey, it's time for Zinchenko to come off. The offensive duties are done. Now let's get solid. Put on Timber. I think that was a good shout from Arteta.
Calafiori didn't get any time, but I agree with you. It was nice to see Timber. And when he made that mistake, it was interesting. He put both his hands up, but the way he did it was like my bad. But I'm going to do that again. Like, I'm like that. That was the vibe I got, was that that's going to be happening. I'll just be sure to not give it away. But the first thing you saw, there will be more of that.
And I'm cool with that. Hey, we have a left back that makes those mistakes already. So
cool with me too so far, dude. We'll see. So, man of the match, obviously. I think Bukayo. I want to give it to King Kai, but the fact that he set up the first goal and then iced it just kind of takes over.
The two moments he had were like levels. Like, I'm the levels player. I'm the difference maker. Like, Kai's header was great, but the ball was excellent. So one of those moments you don't double up on him and you pay. And then for his goal, quick restart, you don't double up on him, you pay. Like, you pay the price. Like, that's what I love about it. Like, Salah, he makes you pay. Like, if you're going to mess up, you're going to pay. Saka made them pay twice. We've needed a player to be like that. I think Odegaard can be a levels player, but an attacker, we haven't had one. To me, like, 2 goals in this game. Team didn't play great. Wolves had their chances, but we got the 2 moments, and we put you down 2. Like, big.
100%, dude. I was talking about the I got it kind of player, and maybe we already have it, but it would be nice to have another one. For Saka, the only thing is, dude, he really can't head for shit, dude. He had another header moment, and I was like, here we go, first goal. Like, he's gonna get one header already. I felt very good. And he can't dive, dude. He really cannot dive.
I was cracking up at that header because that was early in the game. And that was actually a great chance. Like, he has to add that to his game. He could get an easy, probably 4 goals a season if he could just keep it on frame. Do you think that, so you're calling that a dive? You didn't think that was a foul at all?
I thought that if he was a little bit more fluid, it would have been a foul, because I think there is contact and he does kind of sit the guy down. but it just looks weird, dude, when he falls. So it doesn't look right.
It does look weird. I feel that he's trying to like get through it, and when he knows that I can't get through it, it's past that point. Then he starts falling, and that's why it looks weird. Is it a foul? Probably. Like, he cuts the ball back and is now turning direction. The defender makes contact with him on his knees. Like, it's probably a foul. But because he tries to fight through it a few steps, and it's like, oh man, like, I'm not gonna get to this ball, and it goes down. It does look funny. I'm not surprised we didn't get that. Forget the foul. Let's talk about the goal. Difference maker. The reason why I'm going to say that, the finish, right? I want to say that's the first time we've seen him hit a ball like that.
It was very well struck. It was very well struck.
Like the near post, obviously everybody and their mama think he's swinging this thing wide, right? He's hitting into the far post, do his little swinger. He smashed it near post, and like, I'm assuming the keeper, like Jose saw, I rate him. I think he's a good keeper. But like, I'm assuming he's got a foot the other way. He's probably, because he got a hand on it. Could have had a decent hand on it. But like, to me, that's an attacking player's strike right there. It's different. I think he might have added, he didn't add the heading yet, but maybe he added this to his locker.
It's good. It's early in the season, so they've been watching all of your tape, and most of them are going to the other side. So early season, I'll give you a little switch up, just to keep you honest, right? And he wrong-footed Jose Sa so much that they came in for Ramsdale, apparently. So let's chat some transfers, too, because Wolves came in for Ramsdale, but did you notice that Fabio Vieira and Kiwior were both not in the squad? Do you care to speculate?
I do care. How about that? Kiwior, I think he should probably go, man. I do think he should go. There's a lot of cooks in the kitchen, as they say, and they're all cooking right now. All the hot plates are being used. He doesn't have a place to go. Like, he just doesn't. So Fabio Vieira, I wouldn't be surprised if he does get into the bench. But Kiwior is the one. He's on the outside looking in.
That's fair, dude. It's kind of hard to see where the playing time would come right now for him. So, yeah, it's one to keep an eye out. Maybe he goes down to the wire, that one. We did say there would be some transfer business on deadline day. Maybe it's not incoming.
I hope so.
So, dude, speaking of transfers, this guy, Mikel Merino, this saga, dude. I'm honestly by the time this gets dropped on a Thursday, maybe there's been an announcement. I don't know. Edu was in Spain. I'm glad he came back to the Emirates to watch the game. I was pleased with that. But now they're saying that the Real Sociedad owner or CEO is in London. What's going on? How many tea dates do we need to have, mate? Can we sign these papers? What's going on?
What is going on? There's been a lot of chatter about it being like up to 35, maybe even like they're asking for 40. It's like, what? I mean, I've never been to the Basque Country, but like, they must be on something different over there, man. What's going on over there? Like, this guy's 28. He's got a year left in his contract. I think he's obviously willing to come, like he wants to come. So it's like, just let the man live at this point. What you guys, they're like holding him hostage.
It feels that way, at least from the side of the story that we're hearing. It seems like, dude, can I please go? Please, I want to go play for Mikel. I'm at a point where I don't care. I'll be honest with you. I'll be like kind of happy when it gets done, hopefully officially. But right now I'm at a point where I don't care, Mikel Merino. Come to the Arsenal. Don't come to the Arsenal. We are going to win with or without Mikel Merino.
Say it with your chest. Yeah.
So if it gets over the line, great. If not, great. It's going to be fine, dude.
I think there has to be other names in the hat. Like, there has to be. If they're going to ask for... We've already seen Edu stand strong on the Eddie price. So shout out to that. But I'm thinking you got to play the flip side too. Like, we're gonna buy this player for this amount. You're asking for 10 more or whatever. It's like, that doesn't even make any sense. So like, we're not gonna pay that. There's other names in the hat, bro. All right.
And also, let's say you have to wait until January to sign him for free. It's a year later. Is that okay if he comes to Arsenal for free a year later?
Would love it. Would love a free signing.
So, take the money. Take the money. What else is going on? Edu, on the other hand, yeah, dude, he is not taking the money, bro. Every day they come in for Eddie. Eddie wants to fly. And Edu's on the other side like, yesterday's price is not today's price, bro.
The price of the brick has gone up.
Pardon?
That's funny. So what do you take on that? Are you actually thinking we're going to get the extra, or do you think, I kind of think they'll eventually settle on something, personally.
Well, how did it play out this week? On Monday, Nottingham Forest came in with a £25 million opening bid that was rejected. Then today, on Wednesday, when we're recording, there's news that apparently agreements are pretty close. So I think it's a good fit for Eddie, to be honest with you. I don't know if there's issues around the wages or the final amount. I said I think we want 30 million. And dude, to be fair, there's been a few other deals that have happened that makes you wonder, like, well, this is exactly why we have to get 30 for Eddie. Because we just let Patino go for like $1 million.
I saw that. That's funny.
What, dude?
That's so funny. We were talking about him like he's going to be our next star boy. Yeah. Let him go for $1 million. I guess there's a sell-on clause, which probably is significant enough. But yeah, that actually cracked me up.
Yeah, I saw that today. I was laughing too. It's like, so okay, we have to get 30 for it, but and then you see what Oliver Skip going to Leicester for like 20 plus 5 added on that. What?
That's fair. I mean, just look at the Marino thing. 28-year-old, 1 year. They're asking what they're asking. Eddie, I saw he has made a ton of appearances for us. He's appeared way more than I expected.
Oh yeah?
He has a ton of like senior appearances for us, which maybe because it's all off the bench mostly. I mean, he's had a few periods where he starts, but he's actually appeared for us quite a bit. So he has experience. He's had periods with us where he scores goals. Some periods where he doesn't, but he has had periods where he scores goals. But I think he would fit in. If it's Forrest, I think Forrest is the top name I've seen. Like, I think he would fit in.
I think so too. They have the big guy and
Chris Wood.
No, Eddie's better than Chris Wood, dude. Are you kidding me?
Big man Chris Wood.
Are you kidding me? That's automatically an upgrade for them. And if he can play in a two striker system with the other big guy and Wanye, I can't pronounce his name, but he's had some good moments against us. And Wuyeni, something like that. You know who I'm talking about.
The big guy. Nwani, yeah. He has had good moments against us. I think he scored in both games.
Yeah. So
check me on that.
If it's him and Eddie up top with a little Morgan Gibbs-White underneath them, hey. And Forest need goals. Their player Danilo broke his leg in the season opener. Poor guy.
Oh, I didn't see that. Wow.
Yeah, he just went up for a 50-50 and landed weird on it, dude.
Ouch. That's a bummer. So we got Eddie. I think there's interest. I'm assuming we're trying to recoup on that. Reese, nothing. Ramsdale,
I got nothing on Reese.
Nothing on Reese. Then you touched on Ramsdale. There's a loan offer. So we had the loan offer from Ajax. I think we had another one you said from Wolves.
Yeah, and let me just say shout out to the Ornsteinator for putting out all this content, all this exclusive that David Ornstein's been dropping. And also Fabrizia, who shared that Arsenal are trying to get this Espanyol goalkeeper as sort of if something happens with Ramsdale. But this seems to be coming really down to the wire, dude. And I don't know if a deal for a goalkeeper has to happen with 2 days before deadline, is it worth it? I'm not sure if that would be worth it.
I'd be all for it.
You would be all for it? Really?
I am. I am all for it. If we already have as long as you can pull the trigger on the second one, which I think from what everyone says, we have one lined up. Why not? Like, what are we waiting for? I think Ramsdale's value continues to drop as time passes and he doesn't play. So the sooner the better.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see. I don't think that he moves before the game on Saturday. So that would be kind of weird for him to leave on a Friday like that.
I don't think he leaves this week either. But I'm talking just before the deadline.
We'll see, dude. I mean, so what if the only thing we get is hopefully this Marino guy gets over the line and that deal's done, and then we get this other goalkeeper? Do we still need more?
Do we need more? No, baby, run it back. It's basically we're in run it back mode. Mikel loves run it back mode, but we did add this left back. Huge. If you're able to add a center mid, Marino or who else, everybody wants to join the club. Everybody. So anyone else, it's run it back mode. Everyone's a year older, smarter. We have Kai now up top. He's comfortable. It's different. Like, it's just, even though we haven't done a ton of business, I think things are different though. I'm talking last year, first game, I was kind of nervous. Didn't know the vibes. I know the vibes now. So it hits diffy, baby.
Yeah, we'll see, and we'll have a big test at the weekend. I will tell you, these shouts for a striker, they have to stop, because you're just not even taking into consideration. Like, where are you gonna go find another 20 goals a season striker that's willing to just be a number 2? Because King Kai's not coming off the pitch, bro. That man is putting in 70 up top and then 20 as a box-to-box midfielder, bro. He's not coming off the pitch.
Mad. I think we've got to elevate the thought of him. Like, we don't need we're talking about like this tier A plus striker. Like, he's still good. And I think we need to change our mindset to think that and expect that from him.
Totally. I agree with you, dude. And look, let's just try to quantify this problem that we have. That's a problem that everyone thinks we have, which everyone wants to solve for with a 20 plus striker. Last season, Arsenal scored 91 goals, right? City scored 96 goals. So let's assume that going into the new season, our target is 100 goals. That makes sense, right? That's our target, and hopefully that delivers us the trophy. So how can Arsenal get to 100 goals, dude? King Kai, 20 plus. Let's just say 20. Starboy, 15 to 20. I think 15 to 20 is possible, but let's give him 15. That gives us what, 35? Martinelli, you said you want 10 from Martinelli. I think I want 10 from Martinelli. So we're at 45. Martin Gotegaard, maybe he can get us what? Somewhere between 6 to 12 goals. Big range there. But maybe we can say, like, let's just say 10. Could he get us 10 goals? What is that now? 55?
You got your tally up or what? You got your Excel spreadsheet?
Yeah, dude. That's 55 goals, all right? Add to that 5 goals from the rest of the midfielders that we currently have, dude. Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, and J20. They got 5 goals in between them, those 3. That makes it 60. And then you add on top of that 20 goals that we're going to get on set pieces, right? That's the backline contributions, let's say. So we're at 80 now. Where do we find 20 more goals from, Steven, to get to our 100? Is it crazy to say Leandro Trossard, Gabriel Jesus, and Mikel Merino can get you 20 goals?
I mean, what can I say? 2 plus 2 equals. It's like, that's fair, bro. Like, you putting it out into numbers. The expectations, right? The expectations, what we have. I don't think any of those are unreasonable from what we've seen. Like, I think people would say maybe Kai having 20. What did the reach? He had 13 last year, right? And that's with playing half a season at the left 8. Like, yeah, I think he could reach the level. When you lay it out like that, I think that's 100% possible. Jesus looks good. I think he looks good. He's going to be playing a lot of games. Looks healthy. Trossard, we know. Last year, the quote was, best finisher in the club. So, he's going to have some goals. Talk your shit, man. Talk your shit.
No, I'm just, I think when you quantify the problem and then you try to solve for it, it does make a little bit more sense as to why maybe the hierarchy is not super interested in spending 80 million to fix this 20 goal gap with another striker who was just going to like mess up the whole chemistry and vibes that you've already built. And that could, because then it's going to be that the playing times are just going to be so difficult, I feel like, with a striker, especially if Moreno's coming in. So maybe the solution is those 3 players can get 20, dude.
We're very much a buy committee team. We buy in defensively as a committee. Offensively, the last few seasons as a committee. Goals are sprayed everywhere. I like that. There's other places we need to become more solid, like midfield. I'd rather spend the money on a midfielder than a striker at this point. I think we have enough solid options. Man, I think send that spreadsheet up to Big Man Gaspar. Edu.
Dude, it's just some food
he
for
probably
thought.
Already
dude.
has it.
It's just some food for thought. And if you're listening and if you like that, go ahead and drop a rating today, right? drop a little 5 stars for the boys. Let's go around the league, man. Pretty interesting. Gary Neville is now going to feature on NBC and Peacock on Sundays, apparently. We had talked about the 2 Rubbies and Rebecca, and we forgot to actually give a shout out to Timmy Howard, who, dude, that guy, the shirts are so tight. He is my goalkeeper, bro. That arm is huge. When he's holding that mic, dude, he just looks like triple the size of everyone else at that desk.
He looks good. Tim looks good. He got them big old chompers, too. He got the same set from Jurgen. Whoever gave Jurgen his set, Tim got as well. But he does look good. Next to the 2 Rubbies, big man Tim Howard.
What do you think about Gary Neville being now more mainstream on our side? He actually picked Jurrien Timber as his one to watch for the season.
I'm going to be honest. I don't love it. Have you seen him on NBC yet? Has it happened? Or is this they were just saying that?
I saw them mention it after the Manchester United game against Fulham. They said that Gary was going to start featuring on Sundays with the NBC guys. So it will be interesting. Let's see if, I was saying in the last pod how candid we find their punditry. So let's see if people's opinions start to change slightly. Let's see. That'll be something to watch out for.
That's it. I've heard and I've read basically that like when Carragher comes over here for Champions League, like on Paramount Plus, he's different. He acts different. I think whatever the standard way to commentate on stuff is just, it's more relaxed here, I think. That's the vibe I'm getting, like from what I'm seeing. So yeah, maybe Gary comes over here and actually, maybe we can become a fan. I like Carragher, like he's funny enough when he's here, like with Big Meech and Henri. Like they have good vibes and he's loose. I find Gary Neville's commentary to be not great at times. I think he's a clickbait kind of guy. He loves the clickbait reaction stuff. So we'll see. I hope he doesn't kill the vibe though. I like the Rubbies. I like Rebecca and Tim. NBC's been killing it. The new animations on goals, like it's such a little thing, so minute. But when we're watching NFL and this presentation has been the same for years, and then you see this, like shout out NBC, man. It seems like they're trying to make moves, so I appreciate it at least.
The animations, I didn't notice them at first when I was watching the games, but they flooded the timeline, dude.
Yeah,
people are loving them.
Love them.
So funny, something so simple. We all just love. And there's already parody ones that are popping up. Did you see they had changed Tottenham's to a bottle? Just little bottle would pop up, dude.
That's good.
Good stuff, man. Something else that they've launched this year is this new VAR Match Center, PL Match Center X account. Have you seen this?
No, I have not.
Dude, it's interesting. It popped up, I saw just before the first matches, and it says, this is their exact bio. It says, this is the operational hub for all Premier League matches. This account provides information directly from the Match Center, the VAR hub, and PGMOL experts. So it seems to be an attempt of trying to increase transparency and sharing more I mean, from that bio, it sounds like there's going to be explanations of things like what happened in the VAR Hub Center when King Kai got choked. But they actually didn't publish a single post about the Arsenal Wolves game. I found that to be interesting.
Just read one of the tweets.
Okay, I will. So here's one from hashtag Manchester United versus Fulham, 40th minute. The referee issued a yellow card to Maguire for simulation. The VAR checked for a potential penalty and confirmed the referee's call of a free kick to Fulham. Here's another one. Everton versus Brighton, 5th minute. VAR checked and confirmed the referee's call of no goal as Harrison was in an offside position. So it just documents what happened, dude. It doesn't tell me anything. And the comments are turned off. It's like, what's happening?
That's not even that's dumb. That's so dumb.
Are you satisfied with the level of transparency now?
Any game tracker would have the same exact explanation. Like, what are we doing?
Here's one. Chelsea, Manchester City, 33rd minute. VAR checked a potential penalty for a challenge by Savinho on Enzo and confirmed the referee's call of a no penalty. Okay.
So that's silly.
It's bans, dude. There's already a parody account that popped up about it. So it's just, that's not helping, I don't think, at this moment in time. So, and it doesn't help when you don't tweet about one game. If it's covering all matches and all things, you're telling me there was nothing for them to post about the Arsenal game? Huh.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make too much sense.
Did you watch any of the games from the weekend?
I did. I watched a few. Watched the City-Chelsea game. I actually thought Chelsea played decently. I was surprised they didn't roll over. I know City had the players missing, but again, it's like they did what they had to do. But Chelsea had their moments. They really did. They should have had a goal or two, but I mean, what's she gonna do with them dudes over there?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It was interesting that there were Olays going around with like 10 minutes to go. That's not great. Your season opener at home and you're getting Olay. Ooh,
so funny. And Nico Jackson. I mean, I thought they have like these moments. I feel like where Chelsea looks good. They have decent players, but just all around, just not great. There's the image of like the owner leaving before the game ends. Like it's just funny. Like it's Chelsea,
funny,
right?
dude.
It is Chelsea.
It is funny. It looked like he couldn't believe what he was watching.
Without Rodri, Foden coming on in the second half, like at least get the one goal. Like they had the chances. Just bad. Cucurella talking mess about Erling Haaland after winning the Euros, and then he just gets squashed. The cucaracha.
Dude, you can't be chatting shit like that. Like, come on, man. You're out of pocket.
That's funny. Like, that is funny. I also saw the Man United game.
I was sad I spent time watching that game.
Yeah. Meh. I thought Fulham had it. I thought they did. You know, I love that Smith Rowe. Love watching him. I like the left back, Jedi Robinson, Anthony Robinson. I know you don't like him, but I like him since he plays for the U.S. So I was pulling for Fulham.
I was pulling for them too. And I mean, 87th winner, 1-0. So United, dude. And
they let him off the hook.
I'll tell you what, though, this Xerxes guy is huge, dude. He looks like a Hercules character.
Monster. Had no clue he was that big.
For some reason in my head, he was 5'10".
I thought he's going to be a small, fast dude. I mean, that's what we get for not watching other leagues and stuff. No clue. If they're not on our comps, on our timeline, I ain't watching it.
No, it was surprising. Liverpool beat up Ipswich. I watched that game because it was just before the Arsenal game. I like the 7:30 kickoffs. I just naturally get up for them, dude. I enjoy them.
This is a good way to start your day. Get your coffee going. I missed that one though. They played well.
I mean, first half Ipswich were in it. The Ipswich stadium is really cool, so I am pretty excited for us to play there. But second half, Liverpool put two past them, and it was just we're better kind of goals. Like the quality of the passing was just like, oh, you can hit those. That's cool.
A little maybe like us. Same type of vibe, huh?
Kind of, yeah. Another team who's just back at it, dude, is the Seagulls, baby. Those boys in Brighton. 3-0 job, sitting on top of the table, dude.
Top of the league. I didn't watch it, but yeah, 3-0. Good for them.
Did you know their manager is 31 years old?
I did not.
He's their new manager.
Just the pup. Yeah, I don't even know who their manager is. Just the pup. Dang.
I mean, Mikel is apparently just 42. So, which I did hear today, Sky Sports apparently put out a little note saying that we understand Mikel's future is committed to Arsenal. There's contract talks maybe picking up, but no pressure from either side. Kind of cool.
I ain't worried. I ain't worried about that. But head into the old manager, Unai and them boys at Villa. Did you catch that one? Villa West Ham?
No, I was crushing glizzies at Costco.
That's good. $1.50, right? They still $1.50?
Still $1.50. I also had a chicken bake, dude. So
did you put the glizzy and the chicken bake?
No. My God.
I've seen that. That's funny. But Villa looked good, man. I like the way Villa looked, which makes me like, for this game, like, I think this might be a cool game this weekend. It might be a levels game early. Villa look really big. Like, they have a lot of big players, and they look fast. They just look like a big, fast, strong team. Onana was there. Like, he made his presence known. They have that kid, I think his last name is Morgan. Kind of like same size build as Onana, I think. Just quick. And you know I like Ollie Watkins. I like him a lot. So I think this game this weekend is going to be cool. But Villa, one to watch out for. I think we knew they were going to be good, but I think they'll be hyped this season.
Yeah, dude. Two Champions League teams are about to play.
Cutting it up.
If you really think about it. So Onana scored a goal. I saw that. So I guess 50 million well spent. Villa, way to go. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be fun to see how TP5 holds up against them. From what you've described, I suppose that will be one to watch.
That's a good shout. That is a very good shout. I think they're very mobile in the midfield. But also, as you said earlier, even if he's not able to move like that, he was still spinning them dudes out on the weekend. They fouled him multiple times. At one time, like 3 times in a row. He's able to still get the ball turned. He has the technical side. So that'll be a fun little matchup this weekend. I'm excited for it.
Absolutely, dude. I saw Newcastle beat Southampton 1-0, even with the red card. I didn't really pay that much attention to it, so I don't have much to say about it. But I see here that you've put something here about an Adam Wharton on a Crystal Palace.
Bro, Crystal Palace game. Like, it's just kind of early in the morning, had nothing else to do, throw it on. And there's this kid, and I'm like, this guy's good. Who's this midfielder for Palace? This guy's moving. His name's Adam Wharton. He's 20. Like, talking about one to watch for the season. If you get a chance to watch Palace, like, watch that. This kid, he looks good. Eze also had that goal ruled back for VAR. I don't even know what that was about. But you got Eze and now this kid Wharton. If you get a chance, I'd watch Palace. Check him out.
That's a good shout, dude. I know there's been some conversations that maybe he's someone that could come in at some point. Arsenal are watching him. He sounded like he had a good relationship with Declan Rice because I think he went to the Euros.
Did he? Okay, I did not know that.
I think he was in that squad. But they lost to Brentford 2-1. Brentford. There's been some news that Ivan Toney is possibly leaving to go to Saudi. What do you think about that?
If he goes to Saudi, I don't really care. But I wanted to ask you, people are like now throwing Arsenal's name back in the ring, and even Arsenal fans giving me the striker talk. Ivan Toney can come in, 40 mil. What do you think?
No, dude. No. What? No. 40 mil? No. I don't support it. It's just because I feel like the main reason he's possibly moving to Saudi is because no one else is really interested with some of the behavior that's been displayed. They do take those things into consideration, I think. And
I think they do.
And sometimes you play your hand and a dealer says 21.
Monkey.
Speaking of monkey, dude, Jamie Vardy returned and reminded everyone what he's all about, dude. Stole the headlines of match week 1 at the end of it all to make it 1-1. Of course, Tottenham are the one team that dropped points on season opener. Jamie reminds them what he's all about, how many trophies he has a few nice words for Romero. I loved that a lot. How about that, dude? Welcome back, Leicester. And King Power Stadium. I love that stadium, dude.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to have Leicester back, man. And it is great to have Jamie Vardy back in the league, bro. Big man. It's going to be sad when he goes because I think he is such like an epitome of a type of guy. You don't get a lot of Jamie Vardys. You just don't, right?
Sure.
A guy that came from like the story of how he came up, then has an insane season, wins the league with this team that comes out of nowhere. No one expects it. Gets relegated, still bagging goals. Rebecca Vardy.
The storylines never stop with Vardy, dude.
Like, it's just so fun. He chat shit, get banged. Like, it's just everything with him is just cool.
The Red Bulls, what?
Yeah, it's just he's such a guy that's like hard to not like. Like, what a cool. He's gonna chat. He don't care. He's gonna chat it to everybody. What a great reaction. Spurs fans talking mess. Like I feel like that's premeditated. Like he knew he was gonna go into that battlefield and do that.
I just think Jamie Vardy, if he grew up in the U.S., like he would have been a skater boy. For sure. He gives me mad skater boy vibes, dude. I don't know. That's just how I feel, man. Let's look ahead to the weekend, dude. We go again, huh? Saturday, away at Villa Park. 12:30. Nice little noon Eastern time game. Their home opener, so it's gonna be buzzing. What you thinking, man?
Good game. I'm excited for it. Have said that. 12:30 kickoff. Okay. So we got the game of the day. Let me pull up their lineup real quick. So I guess the big question to ask is, will it be any different? To me, there's only two potential places where it's going to change, and that's left back and left wing. I think everything else stays the same. Partey, I think people could question that, but I believe he will be at the 6 because he's Arteta's man. In the run-in, this is a big game. Left back, I think it's going to be Timber. I'm going with Timber at the left back. I don't think Zinchenko starts this one.
Really?
No, I do not. You feel differently?
I mean, Leon Bailey is going to be on that side, right?
That's
and yeah, I can see the tactic being ball over the top to him and Watkins. Zinni, we've talked about a cup final, and does Zinni get into the squad when it's a cup final? And this is a Champions League matchup, dude. This has, if we're going to get to, what did he say, 114 points, it's a cup final, right? So I think Zinni, yeah, you're right, he shouldn't. But I don't know if Timber.
What is your question on that?
It's just weird, dude. I don't know if I would feel as... I want Calafiori, to be honest with you. I think that maybe he should start because I've seen enough of him in the Euros and to see maybe he can. And he's tall, he's big, he's sturdy. It's an away game. Just might as well jump in, both feet into the pool, see if he can swim or not. And Timber worries me slightly just because the way that they've been kind of like nursing him back. Is he ready to go against Leon Bailey off the rip at left back? I don't know, dude. I'm torn on it. I'm really torn on it.
That's a good shout. In my mind, it's a Timber 60-minute, and then Calafiori comes in and finishes it. This would be the game when he comes off the bench and finishes the game, so then he can start his process of getting minutes. I just don't see Zinchenko playing this. I've been harping on this point. Like, this is exactly the kind of game you don't want him to start, in my opinion. Like, just lock it down. And don't lock it down with Zinchenko. We're too good for Villa. They've hurt us in the past. I think they know what to do. They know how to hurt us. So let's change it up a little bit. And let's just go straight, sure in the back and play. I think we can beat them. We should have beat them last season. This one, to me, this is like the revenge game. I really want this one really bad. I want us to put out a good performance. I think we're better than them. Didn't show it. I don't want the banter because it's gonna start if it goes again. So I think we just shore it up in the back and it's cool.
Okay, all right. And I guess the other position is the left wing, right? But is it even really up for discussion? I think Sticks is going to be walking last, dude. I just think he's going to be walking out last, bro.
Yo, that's so funny. I'm trying to go opposite of you sometimes. I totally think that Martinelli will start. But also, it's like, I feel like it's a position in question. It's a position that people can easily debate. Because there's other options there. We just I know my manager. And he's a run it back type of guy. That's just how he is. So I think it's Martinelli too. That's so funny.
Yeah, no, I mean, dude, look, it's a footballing pod and there's no hate or disrespect towards Martinelli. We love him. We know the potential that he has. We just want to see some of the goal contributions. And at the same time, I think if you were to put our left winger up against some other team's left wingers, maybe you would say, I'll take that guy over him. I don't feel like you would with Saka. Saka is better than every other right winger in the league right now, barring Mohamed Salah. Just because Mohamed Salah scored for the 9th time on a season opener, and that's the level, right? And I think Saka has now done it back to back, but he's not quite there yet. So I wouldn't put him ahead of Salah, but everyone else I think he's ahead of. But on the left side, I don't know, dude. Heung-min Son, let's be real. Would you say he's better than Martinelli? Maybe. I think the case could be made. Yeah. What other left wingers are there?
I'd even go, who had a good season like Kudus. He had a better season than Martinelli last season.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I would rather have him. You just got to produce. Would I rather take him than Jesus? I want to. That's who I would pick for this Saturday's game is Jesus. That's who I want to see. I just believe it's going to be Martinelli there. Jesus looks like he's firing, man. He just looks good.
I want to
see him play.
I think Jesus is a really nice shout, dude. I would be totally supportive of that. And if they play this high line, I know Jesus can be offside often, but I think he also just sees the trigger pass maybe a little bit more to slip King Kai through. I remember the first time we played them, one of the things we really had a hard time with was Zinchenko getting the ball and not hitting the ball to King Kai, dude.
Getting off his feet, yeah, he was being really slow in the build-up and being too conservative. Kai was making the runs, 100%. I remember that. He was making the runs, just didn't pull it.
Yeah, so that's the one. Even with the Leo, I just feel like with their high line, I think I would prefer Elio's passing, for example, but I can understand if Zinchenko does play, Martinelli has to play because defensively he needs support.
That's a good shout. I think Jesus can also defend, but Martinelli's got a horse, so he can get back there like that.
So that's part of the reason why he keeps that shirt, man. We'll see. I'm cool with the lineup, man. I think let's see how it goes. It'll be pretty fun. I think maybe we keep a clean sheet, dude.
Ooh. Okay. I have my score prediction. This is crazy all day. We've only butted head twice.
I think it's 1-0.
No, he's done it. I'm going 1-0. It's written. Put it in. Open your app. Bet it. 1-0. 1-0 Saturday to the Arsenal.
Yes, sir. That sounds good to me, dude. Are there any other matches over the weekend to shout out? United play Brighton before us. That's the 7:30 game. Could be fun. that should be fun. I'm not seeing anything else on Saturday, dude.
No.
Sunday's kind of a bum too.
Yeah, not a great weekend. Yeah, it's probably that Brighton United game. We're definitely the prime game. It'll be a good. I'm excited for it. It's going to be a good matchup. But Brighton United's their second.
All right, man. Sounds good. Well, thanks to everyone for spending time with us. You know we appreciate it. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the rest of your week. And we'll see you on the other side.
And you know what? I hope you find a co-host one day that buys you an away kit just because, you know what? Vibes are good and you're good friends. And I love that. Be easy.